Hey YouTubers, welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to do an oil and air filter change on the Lexus IS250. So we've already bought the parts. We've got this fully synthetic oil, we've got the air filter and the oil filter there. I'll put the part numbers in the description, but those are just normal Australian parts and normally good quality, so we'll see how we go with those. We've already got the car jacked up, so we've got it on a couple of axle stands, put some blocks under the wheels just to make it safe. And I'll just show you underneath here how you access the oil filter to drain the oil. Okay, so this is the panel you remove. There's a bolt here, and a bolt here, 3 10mm. We'll just whip that off and that will allow us to access the oil filter. Okay, so to do the oil drain, it's this sump plug here. I'll just go and get a spanner for that and we'll get that oil draining. And then for the oil filter, I've taken this panel off and it's just behind this fitting here, so we'll see what we've got that can go on there. But what I might do for a bit more access, and because we do want to inspect this car, is I might take off the whole engine under tray and just show you that. Okay, so we're ready to undo the sump plug, and we just loosened up already, so that's a 13mm, so that's good to go. And then with the oil filter, we don't have the proper tool today, but we do have this crescent wrench kind of thing, this C-spanner, and so that's just enough that we've just got that started and just started to loosen off just a little bit there, so it should be hand tight now. Yeah, and we can just get that undone and get that drained down with the cartridge filter. So let's get those two started. Okay, we've finished draining the sump, quite happy with that. Did manage to get oil everywhere, unfortunately, because it does, just be careful, it does run back up the sump and ran over the edge of the container. And now we're just undoing the cartridge filter, and that was just a bit tight to start with, but it's gone easy now, so we've undone the O-ring and that's just draining down that's the oil out of that. We did have the car quite warm, so this oil is quite thin, which just makes it easier to drain. So if I can get this out without getting it all over me. So absolutely heaps of oil still there in the filter housing. And just a lot easier if you do take the under tray off. And there's the cartridge filter ready to change. So we'll get up the top and get the new one of those in and leave that oil just draining. Okay, so moving on to the air filter now. So first of all, you need to take this panel off. So that's got clips all around. It's got a really weird clip. You can just pull up on that's threaded down in that hole there. And then at the front, we've already taken off the front panel, but there's 2 clips there and another clip there. So with those clips, they're just the typical ones where you push the center in and that then lets you take the clip out, and then you pop it back up and push the clip the other way around before you put it in and close it down. So we might need to get some of those. A few are broken, but once we've got that out the way, then we can see the air cleaner, which is pretty dirty. So that's just held in with these clips in the corner. So there's probably 4 clips. So just one at the front there, one on the side. So once those are all off, then we should be good just to lift that up and have a look at the air cleaner. So I'll get that out and we'll have a look. So we got that out. It's a little dirty underneath. So this is the Repco part number. So the A1734, and this is a 2021 filter. So it's been in for about 3 years. So a good time to change it. So we'll get the new one of those in and get that all cleaned up and get that back together. So I've just got the kilometers and the date written on this new filter. We'll just get that back in. Obviously you've got to put it the right way up, so it doesn't show the airflow on this filter, but the main body goes down and this filter media part goes at the top, and then there's a seal, and you just put it in the right way around in the filter housing, which is like that. Okay, all back together now. One thing you do have to be a bit careful of, it's best to unclip this harness first, because as you lift on, there is a clip down there on that harness, and as you lift, you are pulling on this connector here, and you can damage that connector if you're not careful. But in the meantime, you can lift that up, you can get that off and change that over pretty easily. Okay, I hope that was useful to somebody. I'll put the link in the description and see you in the next video. Okay, so we've got the filter back on the cartridge. That's the filter number that we bought this time, but I'll put a link in the description. And I just oiled this O-ring and put that on ready to go, and we'll get this back in. Okay, so we're all finished now. We've done the oil, we've done the filter, we did the air cleaner. and we gave it all a bit of a wash and a clean under the bonnet. So future jobs is the battery, a bit more of a clean up of the headlights, and we do need to do these bonnet struts because it just keeps falling down. Okay, we'll see how we went. Okay, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.